My title at the moment is a office manager for a septic company. That job I did throughout nursing school. Pre-COVID, I was a restaurant manager and private dining server, and throughout that time, I went to school for my first degree, which was Health Services Administration. And that was a bachelor's degree. I intended to kind of do nursing at first, and because my boss was like, stay with me please, I decided to beeline and got the Health Services Administration degree. And it was kind of hard to find something that fit that job description because it's such a general degree. So I stayed in the restaurant, and then COVID came and I decided to leave the restaurant, and I went back to school. And as soon as COVID hit, my husband, who is also a restaurant manager, ended up losing his job, and I was in the middle of school. And so I remembered throughout my orientation at Middle Georgia that WorkSource would come in and help us if we needed it, and they did. And they did really well. When I first reached out to WorkSource, I was intimidated because I thought it was going to be a difficult process and a difficult application, and it wasn't. And I think even if you aren't sure if you're going to be qualified for it, at least try. It wasn't hard. They basically did everything for me. I just submitted the paperwork that they asked me for, and they took care of the rest. And it was literally like a couple weeks and I was done, and they had already taken care of everything else. They reached out to our campus, and they took care of everything. So I provided them some information and they took off, and it wasn't hard at all. When my husband lost his job and I had already become a full-time student, at that time I didn't have a job, and my husband was working and he went into grocery, and he is also a veteran. My first couple tuition semesters were pre-WorkSource, and then after, it was probably my second semester and on through nursing school that they picked up like tuition and expenses. They helped me transition to a point from having a degree that I felt like it wasn't specific enough to help me into a degree that is certainly going to help me and find me a job that I'll have forever. I had all of my tuition covered, all of my ATI, all of my books. I had uniforms covered. There was a certain technology allowance that I got. It was absolutely phenomenal. I would have never been able to finish nursing school without you guys. It was just awesome. It's a huge deal because when you're, and I guess I can relate in a different manner than other families. I and my husband, we had a career, and it kind of like took a right turn. And for us, him being a veteran and me being a full-time student, it just helps so much, and it helps expand and make you more successful, because I wouldn't have been able to finish nursing school without WorkSource at all.